World Quest 11.2 is getting interesting again. So what are the changes we have seen? What are the things that looks pretty good when it comes to World Quests? The biggest thing when it comes to Karesh and World Quests is that they are divided in phasing and non-phasing. Earlier builds, when you weren't phasing, you could see the World Quests that are phasing World Quests. When you were non-phasing, you could only see the World Quests that are non-phasing. What they have done now is that they show you all World Quests. So you have to mouse over and see which one is phasing, which one is non-phasing. For example, this one says phase diving. So if you go here non-phasing, you can't even do this World Quest, right? You have to enter the phase diving to do it. That's the change they have done. Personally, I don't like this. I like how it was. Like when you weren't phasing, they only show you the phasing one. When you were non-phasing, they only show you the non-phasing one. There are in total 11 world quests in Karesh, and it's up 2 times a week, right? So every 3.5 days, you get a new set of shit. Every 3.5 days, most of the old ones goes away and you get the new ones in. And there's also the special assignment in Karesh. Reward-wise, when it comes to all these things, that's the interesting one. If you look at the entire week, this week right now, where we are in, only in Karesh, we got 750 rep for the Karesh. We got 4 pieces of adventure gear. We got around 200 valor stones. We got almost 6,000 gold. We got 25 coffee key shards. That's what we got on 1 week for 1 character. Of course, the reputation will be on 1 account only, right? So if you go on an alt, that will be Resonance Crystal instead. The gold is insane. When it comes to gear, adventure gear is only in Karesh in 11.2. It's between 655 to 678. Upgrading that is Valor Stones all the way to 665, and then Valor Stones plus Weathered Crest to 678. Outside of Karesh, when it comes to World Quest and gear, it's still Season 3, of course, outside of Karesh, but the gear is only Explorer gear outside of Karesh. So the rest of War Within has only Explorer gear as rewards. And that goes between 642 to 665. And that's upgraded only with Valor Stones. That's when it comes to the gear. If you look at an entire week of World Quests in the entire War Within, then you will get more than 100 coffee key shards. So that means you will get 1 more key per week from the World Quests only. You will get approx 10,000 gold if you only do the gold reward world quests that gives you like only gold, right? If you do only them, you get around 10,000 gold on a character, which is fucking insane. And Valor Stones, you will get a lot of Valor Stones, but you have to be a little bit lucky when it comes to Valor Stones if you're a Valor Stone farmer from World Quests, because the Valor Stones in Karesh differ between phase diving and non-phase diving. Phase diving World Quest that gives Valor Stone gives between 80 up to 150 Valor Stones. So it's loads of fucking Valor Stone. Outside phase diving, the normal world, that gives you the normal like 35 something, 25 to 45 something Valor Stones. But the phase diving ones, those are the big boys. You can get a lot from them. And what I mean is that you have to be a little bit lucky. If you're farming Valor Stones, then you have to make sure that the phase diving quests are the Valor Stone quest. Like this one gives you 76 Valor Stones. But it can also be that the phase diving ones can be a gold, for example, or gear, or coffee key shards. You know, like maybe that's majority of the rewards inside the phasing. But if you're lucky, you can get several hundreds of Valor Stones just from a couple of world quests, like 2-3 world quests in Karesh of the phase diving ones. So that's how that looked. So all in all, there are definitely some changes we see in 11.2 when it comes to world quests. Oh yeah, then the last one, of course, the PvP one. 10% more toggled in to PvP. Then you get 10% more. The 10% more is the gold, is the Resonance Crystal. I don't think it's more than that. It's definitely not gear, it's definitely not rep, it's definitely not Valor Stones, these things. But the gold, 10% more. So if it's around 10k gold, and then you put 10% on that, boom, then you're there. So I would say World Quest has just started being cool again. It started being good shit again. Then it comes a question like, how are these world quests? There are no world quests I can think of right now that takes actually a long time to do. This world quest is about that you need to jump into a ball. When you jump into a ball, you're gonna crush creatures. And then you see these orbs. When you run through them, you will stack up to drive your orb faster. On the first week, you can't mount in phase diving. On the first and second week, you don't even have access to the speed potions. So I sometimes use this one. I want to go like from point A to point B really fast. When you are in that zone, that is. Like when you land there, then you can take this one. Not to charge up the orbs. It's not about that. It's about the jump. Look at this jump. Then we have seen world quests that have been in the game earlier. World Quest Legion, I love them. These jump and flying puzzles and stuff like that, that was super cool. And I think this one was also part of it. We have to memorize the... I think it came BFA as well, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Good job. No, good job. But yeah, that's about the world quest. More interesting than you thought would be, right?